team as a whole, and already, hold on, Trex is just quick to work. Has a little look around, but not finding too much as it stands, because as we can note here, FPX other side of the map.
Get to, don't want to plant it. Artist actually got 2 members in spawn. We'll find the first save for Trex, the second one though, for the trade.
But as Trex has actually found Shao as well. Angel, loved his frag movie as of late. Might be on for another. We're going to go down to Leo. Now just 2, Zipan and Sugetsu. Some heavy hitters though still standing, so don't put him out of it just yet. A 2v3. That's lovely. Sugetsu holding the push from just on top of the wall. Noted the drop, but it is all Sugetsu. And welcome to the stage. Russ is the one to claim it. Will be the one. So again, if you're just tuning in, FPX starting on the attacking side. And of course means Guild will be on the defending side. Bit of a trade to start with. Zipan going to find Trex. Hard workers, there's a reason we call Coldamenta the Kingmaker. The guy is very good at... They're careful now, Coldamenta's on 5. Safe should shut that door.
30 seconds
But again, this is a really awkward situation. You've got 25 seconds, you need someone to make a bit of a move here, and Artist going to have to shoulder that burden. One up top should...
Top mid in A lobby.
Yeah, very actually similar look. You can see the full intent behind it, but as we've noted and saw in that build,
Gets you to sit inside on top of the wall though.
that's really quite nasty. They do need to start making the move. Actually, Sugetsu almost lost that angle, and he actually has. Max Coldamenta with him, and effective trades now finally fall into place for Guild. Zipan trying to hold on to this. Risky.
We're talking about returning to comfort zones, and now Angel being able to commit a little more.
Slowed down finally, and they have to see what these two players on the side can do. Supplemented and complemented from CT by Trex. And so far a 1-for-1 trade out. Leo still holding the ground, and Trex trying to bail him out just a little. That paint shell could have done some damage. It's going to force the hand of FPX, and there's the fight. Leo and Trex in combination, but Shao on the other side. This map is one of his 2 players, Coldamenta and set towards the backside by Angel. Angel looking for the swing, but it's Shao to connect. That's 3 this round already. Is safe now, the 1v2. Oh, looking so good here, and I think forced away. Is rough. It's a little pretty soon. Let's see what Angel can do with that in a moment. Just had to face it as it just rockets towards you. Trex gonna remove Zipan from this. Sugetsu desperate for a pixel to show, but Leo's giving nothing away. The spam's really good. Look at the HP now. Leo, Trex pretty low in this. Artist isolating Trex. Actually pushing a little deeper towards CT, but swings back towards the site, noting another quick shot towards Leo. And that rifle never really had much of a say, but the plant going to come in now. Managing to dodge this and still have time to work forward. It's pretty big. That Sugetsu on a time to turn around. Find that comfort as fast as you can.
Safe, happy to try and re-explore. Shao actually posted up. They sent 4. Russ now has to come back. Finds another pick, and FPX able to just find these engagements for free, seemingly.
Yeah, Guild
or just solo picks.
Drifting out. This is not great, but that flash was Leo set up for success, but a good trade for Artist to facilitate the cross. Spike is left by Tree, though. And Russ could do some damage here, but again, a quiet performance so far, easy.
He's being tested in some of these rounds, so you get to particularly impactful on the deep. Hold that thought for a moment, because FPX going to force their way onto A site here. Russ will be spotted out, tries to drift into the smoke. Oh, they're good for the first. Everyone blinded up here, but FPX finally get their way through main. The door will be closed.
The pace change from FPX is pretty blistering. Now, any damage that can come out of this will be... Trex has been noted. And again, you're waiting to see if that maybe damage from Safe had come through, and it just hasn't.
Tagged up down to 5 HP. Trex got lots of problems to deal with. Falling for FPX. Will make an awful lot of difference. I guess he tries to slip back, but just get caught in the slow field. So we'll do a little bit of damage here.
We go back in. Operator out for Safe, and this is the buy that has to do something to slow this down. And once again, it looks relatively all in from FPX.
In case nobody's on site, there's no way that there's a 4 stack. Russ actually picks up Artist in that lurk on short. Site control will be in favour.
And instantly invests it. Tries to remove any of that utility. Don't make it easy for him. There we go.
One to slow it down.
This is huge. They are just layering time right now. Yes, there is a trade out. Zipan did find Coldamenta though. And the spam comes out. Shao. Nasty work. Angel finds Russ trying to work through on Tree. And now it's the players trying to drop on down. Safe and Leo. Careful now. Don't stack up because they are dangerous players at Angel.
Angel?
What are you doing?
Caught in no. FPX feel like they've got something to try and exploit here. Looking pacey once again. Angel actually going to try and TP back Gen, but denied by Leo initially. FPX now will retreat away from this.
Yeah, want to see how Guild read this, because we haven't really seen FPX when they've gone for those more all-in pieces being held at the door. So what's that level of adaptation? Nice amount of information found for Russ there too. And then that watch going up mid. Leaving the hands of Safe, and he collects one. That's Angel now gone. Divide can be committed, and the rest comes out. Angel back on his feet, and Safe with a deeper angle. Connects well. Spike now noted. Rotations on the way. FPX not having the entry they wanted. Nice shot from Artist back towards Russ, but there is still players here. Trex.
Make this even easier on the way back in, but the ultimate invested here. Going to cut all sound.
And that's
Safe,
Spike.
And both find it.
Spike deep in CT.
10 seconds left.
You've got 8 seconds to do something with this. And Angel's going to do nothing.
Could have defined the entirety of this half, but he would have kept it within touch and distance. Yeah, utility exchange, and Angel falls first.
And Safe's having a
Who's rewarded this time around.
Is exploring us. I just hope we don't see that weird drifting. But you can see the reads really quite good here. Guild are looking very composed.
Really doing the heavy lifting here for Guild.
Yeah, it's Trex with a committed push this time. Flashed off the angle and forced to respect it, but I quite like the way they're going exploring a little now. Trying to find layers to this.
Though.
Yeah, it's not just on one side, you're right, it's on the other. Sugetsu quick to it. Safe, getting punished on the exploration.
Ahead of this trap that once Safe falls, you got to say it's his job to hold on to mid here, and gives away the first. Leo falls in quick succession.
Desperate to try and equalize. Yeah. You could see him just trying to bring it back to that 4v4. Mare run so far. Could do how much people were showing at that point, because it was a very different time when this is relentless. A little offset on the timing now, 120, but Zipan also aware. Decimates too, with the flash to follow.
Trex got it all to do now. Does have the showstopper to slow things down, but it's only a 1-for-1. So get to find it here, and no teammates with him initially, but
it is the heavy hitters though, right? You got Leo, you got Safe. But up against GX, and Sugetsu just makes his appearance. Quickly traded, looking for that first opportunity. Any pixel that will show any player not in position. Trying to thread that needle, spots another.
Let's see what the approach is here for the pistol round. But particularly in this half, and I'm with Tom, it's not necessarily, blown me away in terms of Sugetsu's performance. Wall up here, actually saving it to maybe slow things down as the hit comes through. That's just that. FPX will anticipate this rotation away. Seemingly a little off pace here. It's Angel and Xiao tasked to try and shut this down ahead of time.
Ooh, sloppy work from Angel. Did not find the clean shot at all, and it's great trades. Russ with 2 and the site looking open. There's still one here. That's Xiao. Xiao still stands, but only for a moment. Now, look at what's remaining, a 2v2. They're quite far away. This should be a safe plant. You're going to have, Sugetsu on the kind of wrap. Zipan's got to be a little careful further. So I'm curious to see if they clear this effectively. I feel like they will. Swing from back of Bowhouse, but actually no, Zipan actually didn't clear it effectively. Gives him a chance!
He still gets it.
Oh, Sugetsu, that's the magic right there. I thought that was Cordamentous every day of the week.
Light armor for Safe to try and get something done with that headhunter.
Nice edge. Oh, this timing. Takes a step, forces them back. And Zipan wants to try and make the most of it, but they scurry away, fleeing instantly. Sugetsu doubling down, though. He feverish for the pickup on it. It's a bit scrappy. They're making them work for their dinner here, Guild.
A little bit of chip damage, but Sugetsu going to heal up Ardis. He'll be able to post up here with the headhunter. At least gets a tag away. Black.
30 seconds left.
Angel, the barrel just gets spotted there. Angel's going to
be a good round coming through.
Sugetsu considering this wall. Well, a couple of shaky moments, but Angel sharp there.
This has to be critical work from Arnis. That's a shot.
That's the key engagement here.
Massive.
In this scenario.
Massive work.
Takes away the smokes.
The ball's going to be ripped off the hinges pretty soon. And a 5v3, this is not comfortable at all, though. You almost have to be proactive a little in this post plant, and Ardis has already found Trex. This is huge work from Ardis. Finally gets put to bed, but Russ isolates one towards heaven. But it is just Russ, and he's gone down. This is really... It's the knock-on effect of purchase so shaky now. That's going to be 11, probably beckoning FPX plus. And so far, so good. Shot and a half, and actually a fumble from Sugetsu. Gets a little overzealous. And Guild actually get the punish on 3. It's got to be like 3 kills, though. The first one goes in. Trex takes the site. Zipan waits patiently. Strikes but the trade. Good work from Trex to double check. Xiao do. Anyone out of position? No one giving him that first fight. There's the contact and there's the beheading. It was swift. No one trying to aggress yet from the tree. There's the spot and there's the kill. Xiao now in a 1v2. He's got still. He's got to the site. He knows where they both are. This is getting dangerous. Trex, he's going to try to pick this pace up, sends it. And Angel playing catch. Now we know that there's still another player here. We know that Zipan was around, but he's taking the time to go up towards heaven. Had to dip out from tree. A little too hot over there. Spike going to go down, and Guild finding a little bit of room to work.
He's got the ultimate here, but Safe's found so much space behind in this lurk. FBX have to be either aware of it. He's actually coming up through now with the Deafen coming through.
The timing could not have been better. Safe timing it to perfection. The flash underhand. And Safe still operating at such a high level. 3 kills already. Impact galore, and Sugetsu do nothing but watch here.
We know he's usually good for it, but on the other side, look at Guild. They can play out a couple of these scrappy rounds.
As well. Artist has to be careful, because again, it's only 2 of them at this point. They may have to kind of dip back a little if they can't hold them off the door, which they have done for now. Zipan to be slow to touch Artist with the spam, but again, slowing down the approach here at the back of that suppress. Angel goes down, the map is so open, and I'm a bit nervous about this. He's just walked in and eaten the flash. Oh, he's a lucky boy. Gets to keep his life here, and the pressure's going to start mounting, and he just gets outdone. Goldamenta, the Kingmaker himself, going to crack open the round. It's 15 seconds. You're going to go now. Artist has to be ice cold with this, and he's not. He's outdone. He's overwhelmed. Sugetsu from the back line's going to at least catch 1, but it is a 3v2. Post plant now, and Russ is in the power position. Make it back to a 3v3, though. Let's see what they can achieve.
I'm not even sure the timing on these smokes here with Angel investing one ahead of that.
Oh, it's so good.
Safe swings on it.
That's bravery right there to peek ahead, to try and be disruptive. Drop down comes in. Actually, Angel going to punish Goldamenta. Cross being watched. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now the 1v2. Xiao being so audible just to be a problem. And the time, they played it.
Oh my god, Trex is 1 HP after that spam.
Didn't note that. Yeah.
It's the hero rifle as well in his hands this time around. Going to find something Leo picked off.
Usually in nature, dips away for now. We look at Angel again, tries to be in the right place at the right time. Angel does go down, Artist to fill the void and take Safe with him. They're being herded around this map, but they've actually got themselves at least... Oh! I was going to say a safe plant, maybe not now. That's so deadly, Zipan. Made this so... Xiao, it makes easy work out of the door, and now it's game on. Just post on with the 2v2. Bear in mind, Trex is 1 HP. That's all he's got. He's still got Artist, but he's got to find 2 more. It has to be perfection from Trex. And Xiao tries to still his nerves, steady himself. Trex plays the time, creeping closer. Xiao! It's
Beautiful.
perfection. How can you not be a fan of this as a coach? As a coach. And FPX, I mean, you're starting to get a little worried now, right?
Here for this set piece.
Again, it's that fine margin. Do you back, do you stay? Artist just copped a load of damage as well. Has to fall away from this. Respect the investment, and Safe and such. This could be a power position as well. If he gets the timing right. Catches Angel. Comfy work. Xiao next on the chopping block. And he's buying. Do you know what? FPX were looking super strong. Guild, a little flaky here and there. Now we've got a matchup.
I got to say, it's some individual mistakes that are very, very rare on the side of FPX. And the fact that Artist isn't as proactive as we've maybe seen him at this event so far will also be something to consider here. Xiao got his hands full here.
Pressure, and it's coming through middle as well. There was a time limit on how long Xiao could have stayed there. Angel quickly trying to fill the void from CT, swings even further, and actually gets
second.
Russ. Angel doing big damage here, bolstering the numbers for FPX. Now just being held. Get him some tuck forward side. Waiting for that util to come back online. By the stairs is 1, but it's traded. Now a 1v2. Trex, he did a 1v3 on 1 HP.
What?
Ooh, how is Angel alive? Somehow dancing between the bullets. This is good time purchase by Trex here. That's all he's trying to do is buy time. The right click from the Classic is not enough. Artist tries to get in there, but time is close. Absolute droves for Guild. Sitting pretty, and we go back in.
Operator noted. Artist has to dip out now though, cleared with a little bit of utility. Xiao hoping to Finds some damage on the back of it. Actually, Coldamenta might get punished. Nobody destroying the reveal for him.
Really? And another Shao being such a nuisance with this. This has to force the hand here. Russ finally gets it back. Sugetsu's going to find safe. And now that mid looks really amounts to nothing. Russ and Leo, you're surely not going to do much with this. Surely not. The flash at least gets Sugetsu away. Could facilitate the cross. Zipan notes one, but it's Angel on the back of the site. He cannot be caught out here. And he isn't. Zipan and Angel. The value of Shao on this map is why we always said, you know, him on that fade is something to really keep your eyes on. Bit of a specialist. Certainly garnered our attention very early on. Options now limited. Has to stand and fight. He tries to run. He chose the wrong option as Russ has had enough. Trex just going to lead the way towards the site, ensure safety. There's no one around. You've got that plant for free here. I'm already looking at that flank being controlled and considered. You've got Leo.
The operator and the Odin, definite considerations to make in terms of the investment here. Guild bring it back to just one round separating. No way. Way. They just stack up. Leo and Trex.
So early on. Zipan desperate to even the board, and he gets punished for it. It's falling to pieces. It's looking like OT is beckoning. Sugetsu, Artist, and Angel can go and walkabouts, and this is perfect for safe. Sugetsu might check it. Oh, the timing's good enough. Sugetsu. Super clean with this work. Sugetsu, maybe just...
What?
Whoa! Sugetsu, what is that? What is that work? Clean, cold, and concise, and brings it back to a favorable situation for FPX. Unthinkable. And now the 1v2, it's Leo, though. Has to go forward, fights Angel, takes him down, and Artist.
Oh, my word.
Oh, just spotted him on the cross. It's 30 seconds. Artist going to come in, and what does Artist do? The man. Do no wrong sometimes. Same can be said for Leo. Both so gifted, so talented. And the shots go astray. It's so dangerous, Artist. Keep my eyes towards it. I think we all will be. Something out of the norm. But they do have that map advantage. So they can get a little bit weird with it now. For Guild, however, this is this is the big one, right? You can't lose here or you're done for. And all that hope got ripped away. And what you could argue was just pretty much Sugetsu in that round. But come back in. Fresh start, brand new map. And if you are just tuning in, we will be having Guild, of course, starting out this time on the defensive side. And that then means that FPX will be on the attack. And you're seeing early progress trying to be made here. But Zipan didn't quite get the fair fight he wanted. Coldamenta overwhelmed quickly. And a trade for Artist, but it's swiftly dealt with.
It's not actually considering the double stack here, but Angel's found some space behind this. So actually a very deep position here towards yellow. The spike will come through. Sugetsu actually going to find Leo inside tube and should take away some of the pressure, but Trex answers back.
So we get to see what Shao and Sugetsu can do about this one. Shao still playing
Last player standing.
towards the site itself, and Sugetsu now called upon. This is a tough scenario, needs some sharp shots here. And they're just not hitting this time. Did as much damage as he could towards... When's your birthday, Mike?
Been and gone.
Right. Still waiting for what you get me for my birthday. Very exciting. This round, probably not so much so. Shiko. So it could have a little bit of threat to it, but you want to be looking at Guild to keep this clean. You don't want any mistakes to be made. Set the precedent and the bar early.
The safe almost left to try and figure out what this wall is for, but nobody behind it. Coldamenta got to be careful here because a couple of members of FPX stacked outside B site. Actually, the TP sent through towards backside. Coldamenta's probably not going to hear this traveling past him.
Poison's off.
I think it will just be planted as a bait for the time being.
Nailed them.
And so it's challenged, but he's holding really well here.
Chunk of damage onto Sugetsu as well.
Trex did get removed, so it's not going to be flawless, but Russ trying to pick up here. Close down that middle presence, and there it is. One loss, which will be Trex so far. And Zipan, any more on the docket? Anything else you can find? No.
Back over towards B side. So where FPX are stacked up once again. A deep setup here with the Cypher utility as well, looking to catch a couple of people off site.
See how much they can get out of this. Flank's timing could have been interesting. It's actually Trex still to find Zipan. So you're going to see now Having to only operate with 4, see if there's still any movement to be found on this site. You can see Guild's actually got him pretty much wrapped on this, just holding those extremities, not overextending, allowing just enough room, but it has allowed Safe to be picked up. Artist going to find one.
Russ is so early, though.
Yeah, this is really, really big timing. Not going to waste any seconds here. Beautiful work from Russ. Huge value in that position on the flank. As we get to, not again, 3 HP. Surely this is too far, and there's no... With the light arm behind the Sheriffs, but he didn't get much play with it before. I think they only lost one. I think they were able to find Trex, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like FPX are trying to go roaming in middle. Maybe see if they could find Safe, because last time he did get a little aggressive, which is not necessarily a bad idea. This time, paying heed to the danger that could have been mounting, but something that was said on the desk is what Trex left to his own devices here. A lot of faith in this man.
Forced away, but Angel still in line of sight there. Head will be removed.
Careful now, Safe.
Double dips a little bit, yeah. There's another member of FPX Artist actually tucked up very close here.
Whoa,
Leo still
Leo
finds it though. Just a little gap in the wall and punished for it.
Such great awareness from Leo to not fall to that. They hadn't necessarily seen Artist prior to that, but had a good inclination there could have been someone working close. Cold Dimension going to watch that cross. Finds another. No, actually, Zipan's there for it. Now Russ on the side just needs to play for time, allow for the cross to be watched by his buddy, which is going to be safe. So, all going very much
around, not stacked up towards B. Maybe 3 members initially to probe towards A site. That Viper's pit will go up. Safe. Finds Sugetsu very early on in this round. Barely past the 1 minute 30.
Beautiful. First time we've really seen that committed into at least the buy rounds. We saw them kind of probing earlier on in the pistols, but to then kind of bring that into the full buys. Bold play, but it pays. Now FPX trying to stack up over towards that B site. Don't think got any information on this. They should have a good idea as to what's coming their way, but it is all 4 players, and Angel gets red. Found swiftly by Russ, and now Safe's here in support. It's not just one you're fighting, it's so many. The rotations are en route, Coldament is on the way, and they're held at the door. There's no way into this. And it is just Artist, that operator got nothing. He got no room to work, no time to work. Location now being tracked and Safe on the hunt.
If he wants to create further pressure and tube with his poison orb. So Artist on the back end of it. So denied initially any sort of angle. The decoy is sent out. So it's always funny to see that the cogs turning when they're considering some.
This is a round for Russ here. Precarious positioning.
I mean, there's no contingency to this whatsoever.
Yeah, dependent on a lot of things going right for him here. You can't really back away from it. I don't know if I like the one and done in this.
Weapon, give it across as well.
Didn't love that, if I'm honest. I know dependent on the camera, but even with that, you still have to try and handle potentially 4 players. Trex, good for it to isolate Angel. Trying to use this as best he can to find some safety here, and he's done just that. Leo's there in support now, and with all that danger, it is a 1v3. There's a chance for Artist, be it slim. Looking for anyone to overstep here or make a peek or make something happen. A mistake is...
FPX have very few things. It's what, it's 1-2 rounds, I think, they've been able to get themselves a spike plant, but it's not been comfortable.
All right, Angel, let's see what you got for us. Leo, Bed's 1. Safe gonna bail him out as well. This is perfect support again. Yeah, Angel's made it to sight, but at what cost? They're losing everyone around him. This is all for naught. And again, Angel's been found. There's no singular fight here to be having. It's all trades. Yes, Xiao's finally had some impact, but it's still 4 against you. You don't even have mid-control to fall back to. Nothing is safe for Xiao. It's fallen flat. Above a minute.
Well, the spike, 12-1 right now for Safe. He's having his way with FPX.
And no one really being outstanding for FPX themselves here. Super, super quiet. And really, an individual probably isn't going to make the difference in this one. Safe this time, going to be warded away for now. First shot does go astray. Leo spotting Sugetsu, but obviously has not quite uncovered the fact that Artist has progressed up towards Tube. And again, Angel doing nothing with this. Ah, it's clean. Trex running rampage on him now. It's not as clean as he'd like, but it gets the job done. And now just Xiao. This is a shutdown, Mike.
Yeah, it is. FPX is getting nothing done. It's the only Sheriffs and the Guardian to come through. Shao finally finds a response, but there's 4 more to find.
They're breaking a sweat here. This would be a mistake if Guild dropped this.
Ready for it.
It feels like we're just waiting to see. Safe gets to keep his life. First fight against Artist there. We look across the rest of the map and actually Safe's doubling down on this. I think Artist has a slight inkling. But to what degree? Artist is in danger now. A haircut given, but nothing connected. And Safe's not backing down from this either. He's holding this just a little longer. Did he spot another?
This is the byproduct of that confidence. He's happy to stand here and fight, at least look for the 1 kill. The drone going to be forced out just to deal with Safe. We'll take away a key tool in terms of the execution coming through, but Safe still finds Artist.
Exuding confidence now. Safe getting a stranglehold in this game. Now, FPX do have side control. But again, keep in mind, the Guild have everything they need. Money galore, ults galore, tags coming through as well. Spike now down, though. Finally, FPX at least have the time on their side. Not what you wanted. And the ult to try and really supplement this, because they are in dire need of a round, Mike.
Ult command popped on the way back through here. A couple of tags coming through this Viper Spear, but no real damage to write home about.
Come on!
And the second as well.
Come on, Coldamenta. Gonna find 2 zip band, digs his heels in, and now a 1v3 Shao.
And the first blood. At this point now, it's already snowballed for Guild, and only a couple of rounds left. They even have a mark to leave on this half.
It's snowballed so hard, you had to put a carrot in there and some coal for eyes. It's not happening. I mean, Leo's been a little sloppy with that, but Coldamenta is not. Picks up where Leo left off, and again, it's looking flawless. Shao, how many times do we say Shao in a 1v5? Guess what's happened? It's Shao in a 1v4 this time. Spike down in a very poor position. And Trex his eyes on this. Yeah, Shao's got his work cut out.
At this point, the damage absolutely no factor to consider here, so almost banking on Guild slipping up here. 40 seconds left. They're just going to wait this one out. Coldamenta actually making moves towards bottom mid. Put tags onto Trex, but and Safe posted up, holding the sand.
You know, Rapture, they're loving it. But for the purists out there who just want a good game, this is not it from FPX. And with a scoreline like this, you're probably not going to have much of a turnaround, really. You know, I don't know. I'll eat my hat if anything comes of it. But now Russ going exploring doesn't look like it's going to go too well. Again, punished a little there. Opportunity shown, but again, it's just 1 rifle. And you can imagine Guild are just brimming in confidence. That's a not spot. There it is. And Safe's just reading the game so well. It's all falling into his lap. He is having the time of his life. And again, he's just not missing.
Spike down.
Every single aspect's working for him. Maybe even predicting that presence from Artist, taking a safer angle and just keeping in mind where Angel may be, and Coldamenta just trying to hunt him down. No prisoners here. Trex sitting deep towards CT, ready to catch up. Can you miss it? Quick enough. Coldamenta investing his ult. Angel now having to work his way through this. What does he do with it? Where does he take this? Got to see something, a difference maker. That will do it.
Finally.
Zip and finds an opener.
Yeah.
There it is. That could be the difference maker. Finally taking Safe out of the equation. Could be huge.
FPX still spread pretty thin. Able to really capitalize on the back of that. Trex actually the one to pick up this operator role for the time being. And Leo actually just playing very close contact on that trap wire in tube. Look at FPX's positions. The 60-second mark passes, though, on the back of a first blood. Finally now making their way towards double doors. Leo should hear that TP pass him.
Trex this time, giving it a crack. Good info found. Still finding value here. FPX unsure of what to do. They've never had this much success so far. Plant now going to go down, going to pop the ult as well. And post plant we go. Fundamental trying to work mid. 3 through towards CT, and maybe not flawless just yet. Calder still gonna get it. Had no vision. Still gets away with just straight up murder. And a 3v3. Xiao with the operator Trex as well. Can they pry these players out of position? Leo trying to go on an exploration mission, doesn't note it, but actually forced to face. Trex was ready for it, and away we go. Ult invested, positions revealed. They're going to try and close that gap. How much more can this side do to turn the screws, to apply some pain? They push forward. It's a great play from Trex. A tap for the spike, but they still need to deal with Xiao. And it's going to be a tall task for it. Leo sits on the...
Total lack of impact on the Yoru on the attacking side. It's even more difficult now. And unfortunately, Angel's been a little out of position, a little sloppy in some scenarios. I'm not really going to bank on it.
Deep breaths. How long does this go on for?
But he's solo solding A side.
Decided to make a change on that. So for now, they do manage to burst through those double doors. Spike will be on the way soon enough once they kind of secure this. Safe! Dude, what the hell is that? Okay, and the push up from Russ in the end will take down at least Angel from the side, but Xiao's managed to keep his life, and the spike gets lost on the cross. Now there's a problem because that backfill from middle is going to be coming into position. Guild.
What?
Eh? Look, Russ has had a couple of rough games, but someone check him PC, because that's not normally. Safe going to try and aggress a little further towards CT, but that spike's a problem. They can't quite get it back into hand yet. Artis denies Russ any opportunity, and Safe, the golden boy himself, seems he can do no wrong. This is a test. 30 seconds to try and pass it.
30
Shout,
seconds
13
left.
HP. Ardis tagged up to 75. We potentially given an opportunity to find the plant at least. Save himself, only 19 HP. So conscious of the possibility Ardis is repositioned elsewhere in the map. We'll find it here. Xiao a little ahead of Ardis. Don't want to see a peek come out of this.
So he's seen a shoulder.
Great double
Nice.
swing.
Got a little worried when, as you said, it was Xiao kind of getting a little ahead of the curve there. If the timing was a little off, could have maybe brought him. It's a pump-up round for sure.
Lock in, guys. Come on.
Focus up now. And we go again. So, Buy comes out. It's going to be what? Spectres, Guardians, Bulldogs. Nothing too pretty. Leo going to get himself the Marshal. And a couple of Sheriffs to supplement with Safe and Russ, but again, should be part of the course here. Shouldn't really be too much hard work for FPX in this round.
Playing very cautiously as well. Sugetsu's got the support here from Ardis. The trap as well just set up for B main. Looks as if Safe and Leo will try and double swing through towards default here. We'll just going through the motion. He's going to potentially try and get both orbs onto Russ. Actually, the one outside shop already shrieked. Angel going to catch sight of Safe. Slight exchange of damage here. Ardis good for the first. Russ already tagged up from that snake bite. Makes it very easy. Ardis actually sharp
left.
on the third.
Spike down mid.
We'll have to find Safe and Leo who's shown a little bit of presence as well. Be cleared up, hopefully here. With Safe being down to 45 HP.
They are so dead.
No, Ardis!
Collapse.
That's
Spike
money
down
right
B.
there for Ardis.
Right place, right time for him. It's Russ and Safe removed very early on. Guild's buy round. Try and pivot away from this. No progress found from FPX outside A main. Somewhere around Angel not going hunting either. If Guild can recover anything in this round. Looking for, I mean, it goes without saying, needs to be clean for FPX. Maintain as many of these weapons as possible.
Fundamental not in a particular hurry here. Still 47 seconds to play with and just see if anything presents opportunity. For now, not really the case. FPX sitting quite deep towards this. Rotations have already come in, leaving Ardis solo towards that B site. And, I mean, the man's good for 2 at least, with 1 shot, so he should be fine for the rest.
30 seconds left.
Let's consider actually if Guild don't find a kill here, whether or not they even want to just hold on to 3 rifles here.
Going full Jame time.
I noticed Russ obviously retrieving the orb in the previous. I think he does have no command online now. Not sure about safe either, but
Poison's off. 10 seconds left.
Feels like Angel's about to feed. Only 7 more rounds, we go again. Buy back in, but of course there's now a couple of caveats to that. Safe could be working with just that Spectre. On the other side, things getting a little more flush.
4 noted actually on the back of Zipan's knife here in the early round. But actually, they will follow through with the null command.
There it is, Zipan, what do you got for us? Can you still hold as they flood towards the site? Safe's going to break in. First now found and the site now open. Artist trying to connect on the cross, but no one's really lining up for him. Aren't going to come in. These positions you've still got, I think it's Leo patrolling so deep, making sure no one's gone on that mad flank, so it should pull all the attention to the right place here. Artist does find Russ and Angel now with that pop flash. Swings it, gets it! Gorgeous from Angel. And now there's little hope. Leo has to be pulled back in to check here. They should know where these players are. They're gonna tap on the spike. First real shot at this one, and they ain't stopping. Angel's gonna sit this if he can, and nothing's shot him and really denied him until then. Hold on! Cold Dementor! He's just about held this, and Sugetsu has to try and navigate the way through this, and Cold Dementor on the reposition. The time's on his side, and the shot's there! It's there. My sails kind of coming into this. I'd love to have seen that impact continue forward. However, it's the 3rd and final map. We look what's in front of us, which will be Guild on the attacking side, and of course that then means FPX on the defensive side. And this is do or die. It's elimination time for one of these 2 teams. And after that last map, a lot of us rekindling that faith in Guild here. And FPX got us worried.
Definitely coming into this one, licking their wounds. Need a couple of confident rounds here early on the defensive side. Lots of emphasis towards showers here. Ardis in tandem here with Sugetsu. The early probe from Guild. Now Ardis wants to try and get behind it, but Russ actually finding that one and actually following through. Cold Dementor with the frenzy onto Sugetsu. Initially progress towards A here. It's actually going to draw the rotation as Shao. So Angel going to have his hands full here.
This is all on Angel. I mean, yeah, Shao's so far away, so committed towards that A site. Angel needs 2 at least. All that utility coming in. You can see Shao now making a mad dash for it, but Angel gets left to his own devices here. Hopefully accounted for if you are considering Guild's approach to this. Where is that spike off to? Yeah, they're very aware of this. Okay, trying to take the fight towards the backside of CT. Shao's won the first, needs more though. This has to be some really steep success for FPX, and I feel like Guild are fumbling a little here. They've opened up a chance. 10 seconds, they can't fumble this now. Cold Dementor on the drive-by, and Angel makes his appearance. Safe turns it to try and get that spike planted, which he has done, but it is a 2v2.
Overcooking this initially. Actually some key damage coming through. Angel will find Cold Dementor up on top here. Say 51 HP. Tries to find it, but Angel is 3rd on the round. Will close things out and maybe overthink.
Confident, not overcooking the pot, not overthinking things. Get back to plan, because FPX will take every opportunity you give them. They will not look a gift like that and turn it down. They absolutely know what they've been presented with here. A solid chance.
Trek's going to get something done here with the shorty early on, but initially forced away, so really got the range to be able to put that to use. This Guild will pivot back towards A site. Ardis looking for a ton of damage here. Brilliant utility investment, but Ardis actually finding 2 kills with the fragments. Sugetsu follows up with the snake bite as well.
Lovely.
Close this one right down.
Utility reigning supreme this round, it feels like, but good work there, not being overwhelmed by the amount of pressure that's coming through towards Lamson. That was a lot of potential danger coming their way, but no. Nullified, navigated, and we go into pretty much what is this? It's actually a pretty dangerous round for FPX. They've got a lot of rifles coming out here. 2 rifles, one with Angel, Sugetsu, Guardian in play. I want to see if they've got something in mind here.
There's the purchase behind it as well. Looking pretty comfortable here for FPX. No early ultimate progress here. Angel won off the orbital strike. Nothing notable here for FPX, but early information garnered on the back of Shao. Angel looking to contest. This B long control. See that snakebite set up from short from Russ, but a little off. And he's actually picked off on the back of it, so you get to actually finding him pretty early on in this.
FPX. Some opportunities presenting that I really didn't expect here. Russ going down so early on is a bit of an issue, but the rotations come in, and actually it's given Guild at least a 4v2 towards his site.
Nice.
Make it a 3v2 is already damage now done. I don't know if Zipan got noted on this one. A little bit of spam to give him the illusion that maybe no one's here, but again, Coldament is still curious. Looking towards the side itself, but they've had no success towards the side just yet. So many targets for Trex. Has to back away.
Find anything ahead of that smoke here, and things will begin to slow down here for Guild. So they find themselves in a 3v5, 30 seconds left, almost looking as if the save pretty likely
30
here.
seconds left.
FPX will convert the bonus, which is a massive boom. Actually, you consider it with what they're potentially saving across here, even just the 3 rifles to bring into the next round for Guild. Try and get something done. Hate to say it, but almost around.
Absolutely.
They're riding this across with even light shields here once again. They want to set themselves up for a very, very comfortable financial position going forwards.
And Guild need a bit of a miracle, something to bail them out of this scenario that's starting to be presented. Zipan almost got caught on the timing there, but does get to keep his life and peel away.
So gets to at least early on in this map here, acting as a deterrent towards this default from Guild. Dealing with Russ previously. And can't really criticize him for the way that he fell, but 3 members stacked up behind this now for Guild. So Getsu almost has the advantage here in terms of the toxin. He's got another freebie.
That's a shocker.
Great pressure here created, but Trex actually answers back.
Okay, now there's a window of chance for them to maybe get towards the site itself. Ult comes in, doesn't really find as much, but it's actually Trex to punish Angel on this. Artist now could be overwhelmed, but no, Artist holds strong. Flash comes out and Trex trades it, and the damage gets pushed towards Xiao, actually pushed down very low, 9 HP. They need the spike planted, and they need Coldamented to be a safe pair of hands, and he's not. Let's just slip between his fingertips. Trex needs to run and get the hell out of there.
Just have the showstopper to work with. Both members of FPX stacked up towards spawn here. Trex does prioritize the plant.
Get away without taking damage. No, he doesn't, Zipan. He was forced out into the open, and FPX are manipulating every aspect of this game right now, and Guild cannot.
Here. Toying with the idea at least. The Viper's pick going to go up towards Hookah. I guess it will be noted, but I mean, they have to effectively shift walk through this Viper's pit, soak up all that decay to even challenge him. And Russ with that supportive utility all the way from Market. They'll force something out, but they don't really gain anything on the back of that. Maybe just to try and force Angel out of position, but no notable damage done.
Invested utility potentially to try and isolate anyone who would have taken up the mantle of where Sugetsu would have been, but we know where they are, sitting a little bit deeper towards the backside of sight. Trex going to take those first brave steps forward. Doesn't quite see anyone just yet. There's only enough audio cues to let you know there's someone just around that corner, and Zipan's been laying in wait. It's Russ to fall first, but that might be the spike thing going down. No, still held them off long enough. Xiao proving to be an issue as well. There's the push out though. Zipan taking matters into his own hands. Pain Shell comes in. Leo's in danger. The spam! He doesn't get to keep his life. Leo goes down for it. Xiao the second line to it. As Coldamenta in the 1v4. This is a shutdown and a half from
30
FPX.
seconds left.
Cole now faced with a 1v4. Or just to try and hold on to this, 20 seconds left. At this point, damage doesn't even matter. Guild losing out in probably the most important round so far. Going to put them massively behind now. And this is the one that FPX
left.
invested into in terms of the ultimates. Angel going to come forward, try and cycle some of this back. Considering the map 2 performance, it's just not a lot there.
It sounds silly, but I still feel those first couple of rounds were so telling of potentially what could have gone wrong, and a window of chance made here for FPX for the pace change coming in. Trex going to try and maybe pick the pace up a little here, but it is only a stinger, so again, how much can you get done with that thing? Well, Coldamenta shown what you can get done with that. Angel and Sugetsu go down. First time they've really had a clean entry Yeah, the Seeker's coming through as well. Artist still tucked on the side. Not like he's unnoted, but he's still going to get away with one. Trex fallen and Leo there to overwhelm with safe. Even just shout. No, he's been over towards LA site. So Spike should be going down uncontested here.
Fine.
Go for maybe a little bit of damage. I mean, a couple of these players did force up. Obviously, a couple more trying to save some of these credits across. I think Xiao's really going to entertain it, but finally, I mean, it feels like brute force and ignorance that Guild are rewarded with this round, and maybe a slight overstep. FPX happy to stand a little closer with how slow Guild have been playing, so the pace change catches them off guard. Copenhagen actually follows up perfectly on the Trailblazer to find the two. This isn't one that Guild necessarily come away from and go, yeah, okay, that's what we've got to do, guys. It's not really hands raised around him. He looked very sharp on map 2. Obviously playing a very different role this time around on the Viper. And immediately, like I said, it's around that Guild resort back to this very, very slow approach in the default.
It's not filling me with confidence, if I'm honest.
There's so little pressure here at the start of the round that...
Yep.
And FPX are the ones to really benefit on the back of this slower gameplay, I feel.
Oh, FPX love it. Kings of the clock, right? They'll run this down anytime you can.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll say Na'Vi style round. I don't think they're going to be upset by it. Happy to be patient. Copenhagen starting to lose a little bit of that cool though. Once in, wants to get the job going. 50 seconds on the board. They've built up a little bit of a portfolio towards this B site now. Do they have much more to work with? Divide goes in. Xiao. There it is. Right back through this. Has a full idea as to what's going on to an extent. Zipan, though, does not expect that. Safe waiting on the other side. That's going to be an untradeable kill here. A 5v4. And they are waiting to burst through on this potential. I want to see what Xiao does with this. He's having to play patient, actually. And they've invested everything into it. And on the drop, they all make their debut. Artist finds 2 kills. It ain't over yet. It's still a 3v3. And the plant's still not in. Leo's there to try and hold this safe. As we get to an Angel,
Spike planted.
Still trying to work their way around any vulnerabilities to be found here. Angel's found one, and it's a 1 to be found. Oh, the turn! Angel bombs it on the knife out, but it's Sugetsu up against safe. And there's the peak. Sugetsu's there, and Guild invested everything they could into that. And they walk away with nothing.
So it's just another round that Guild aren't able to say, right, guys, that's the approach for the...
It's, in my mind, genuinely, it's now or never. If Guild can't wake up in these next moments, this is FPX's. And for FPX to show this resilience after an absolute slap around in map 2, it's credit to them. Zipan, again, up for the fight. 2 on the other side.
Well, the showstopper to slow this down, though. If Trex or Leo decide to try and force the issue.
Okay.
Yeah, they're so cautious to follow through on some of this utility. It's only Zipan holding them back right now. Smoke goes up and Hookah control firmly back in the hands of Zipan.
Where's the bravado of map 2? Where's the confidence? Where's those individuals powering forward for Guild? That's not bad for us. Does he expect the trade? No, Artist is there. Instantly nullified, and they still have 2 players on this A site. So they're heading on over here. They're doing everything to try and draw that attention. Actually, good timing for safe. Catching Shout. Angel going to try and buy time. Does do well. He's to isolate one. Trex to find Artist, and Angel overwhelmed. Suddenly, it's not looking so bad, but Zipan a mile away. A 1v3. This is surely 2 for Guild.
Spike planted.
Yeah, retreats to pick up the flank control here, and very, very deep post-plant positions. Zipan down to 72 HP. Does have the showstopper, 1 kill, will have another paint shell. He's here in plenty of time, but you can see here the gravity well already set up. He's got to make a move fast.
They've got options. Curious what comes out now for Guild. They need to string a couple together here because FPX have carved away a good lead. This is very, very solid for them. And oh, the double swing. That's the difference. Maybe figuring out Sugetsu has been consistently in that spot, consistently a problem. And instantly Zipan ready to fill the gap.
Just so hesitant to push on the back of this first blood.
Where's the take?
Yeah, where's the second leg to this? They're now hoping that they're going to have a favourable timing here and drawn a rotation enough, but Copenhagen with no progress towards B long. Xiao and Arda still tucked up here. Now the snakebite comes through to force Xiao back a little bit, but no follow-up.
You're right. not making the most of that first pick. Trexo gonna unleash, heads on him, spots one, but he's flashed! Oh, it's a mistake, it's a fumble! FPX holding onto this with both!
Set. And then they win out. They pick them off one by one.
I don't know what's happened to Guild. Where is the team that we just saw on Breeze? Where have they gone, and who is this taking their place, who look sheepish and second-guessing everything they do? I don't like it at all. Now the money's been broken, they're back down to nothing. Sheriff's odds and ends, and you didn't have to make this comfortable for FPX. That's the thing. FPX will try and do that themselves anyway, but I feel like they've had a very comfortable run this time in comparison to what it could be. And again, Guild look for option, look for starting. Looks like A will be where they try and bring something towards this time.
Poison orb emitting.
So we're seeing some focus towards showers here. Sugetsu spots one. Will likely back away here. Allow this hit to come through. And Trex is safe for so low HP that can't really force their way up short here.
Go get it.
Time to stabilize Guild, need to burst onto this. Sugetsu making light work of safe. They backed away again. Doubling down, might catch.
30
I wonder if
seconds
they
left.
catch a bit of timing. Trex.
Angel's going to line them up here.
It's not pretty, but you're absolutely right. Oh,
Impact.
which is so rare.
It is.
Here.
And now FPX getting a little invested. Artist going walkabouts. Actually gets handled this time. Safe though turns a flash and he gets back to business. Angel forced to invest the smoke and try and stop the hemorrhage that could have been forming. Molly goes down as well. Angel needs to be careful here.
Noted, but Zipat actually with the TP crunch going to find Russ. Angel still standing, but not for long. Safe deals with him. Trex on the crossover. Shao still good for it.
And it feels so segmented, one by one. There's no compounding pressure. Zipan and Sugetsu, what can you do with it? Let's see. Safe and Cordamento over towards long. TP gets taken. Safe, not too far behind. You can see who's on the run here.
Got it blocking vision.
Zipan running as fast he can to become relevant to the outcome of this round. It's going to be a fight between him and Safe seems very aware of the chance of this. Who gets the peek first? Who gets the shot? It's Zipan! Safe's going to be kicking himself for it. And now Cordamento, the in-game leader of the squad.
One enemy remaining.
And not too bad on the mechanics either. Sugetsu, why not? Invests the ult, makes it harder work. Draws out the utility. Has to force the hand of Cordamento.
Sugetsu drops the ult immediately. Tries to bait it out. Now, a judge in hand. Cosmic Divide up. Then do scrape together a purchase, but again, it's a Bulldog in there. A couple of light shields. You'll feel as if they found some success towards A. And stacked up this time, invested in the early round.
Sugetsu gets a fight on it. Overwhelmed, Cordamento cracks open the site, and there is that ult. Didn't get to send it out in the end. Artist gets to keep his life. Flash comes in, he's going to have to sit tucked towards the back of it. Safe going to take the fight towards CT and wins it. Good work from Safe this round. But it is still two standing, Zipan and Shao. But bear in mind how far away Zipan is to this.
Catch them.
Spike not down yet. Giving room and time for Zipan to close this gap.
Still a million miles away from this. Shao can just do a little chip damage, maybe prevent the spike from going down. Definitely still doable here in the 2v3. Guild huddled together.
Toxins going up.
Waiting for that cooldown on the Toxin to try and find the plant behind this. Actually, they don't. There's almost anticipating a peak coming through.
Well, careful what you wish for.
Spike
Zipan's
planted.
getting real close.
Good utility as well from Japan.
And that's a fight. That's a clean fight, and now it's a 2v2. Again, I'm a little worried about Guild and his post-plant. His options for Zipan, and his destruction for Guild.
Oh my god.
Zipan has torn him limb from limb. That is just going to destroy Guild's mental.
I mean, it was a 2v3, but Zipan lit.
And turning it around after a disastrous map too. They've looked strong here, but Mike, we go back in. Surely it has to start now for Guild if you want to see a close game.
He's going to find two. Angel finds the open here. The pinch through the TP. Safe. Good for the first, but tagged down to 34 HP. FPX happy now to progress through. Actually, I'm going to take the TP here. Try and find some advantageous timing. Russ actually stands his ground, but Artist trades it out.
Okay, and the spike's on the way, but Cordamento's been here the entire time, tucked towards long, trying to give away nothing. Rotation from Leo as well. He needs to become a little activated here, Leo, in my mind. Cordamento, does he get the timing just right? No, outdone by Zipan. beautiful work. Another site looks available. Leo gets the tag, but not the frag. Artist makes it towards the site. Swing! It's great timing, but left in the open. Left in the lurch, though, is safe in a 1v2. So get to full HP, sitting pretty. Yeah, Artist a little vulnerable, but that crossfire now set in motion.
Artist is going to tuck himself in, looking to take contact on the drop here. Safe going to try and make use of that first flat.
Right mood here. We get everything right.
Which is why we see Guild try and just be decisive there. They try to be the initiators in that round with that TP crunch, but again, it comes back to that thing, the synergy just slightly off in terms of the pinch. Trex over-investing in that peak, and I mean, whether or not it's safe behind the pace or Trex a little ahead of it. Come around, FPX now can and slowly work their way in. The paint shell going to force the shorty a little deeper inside, and actually Zipan still finds it.
Really nice from Zipan. Getting to see that capability from him as an individual this game. Artist as well, all kicking off at the right time for themselves. The Mentor, yeah, going to get one. There's the rifle in a bad spot here, but that's the thing. And I wouldn't have been surprised if FPX were the sheepish one after map 2. Hard to maybe pick up that confidence, but it's not. It's the complete reverse. So we go in now. And this is one of the rounds that can define so much. It's 11-3. If Guild get this, it's game back on. If not, it's looking pretty done. However, we start, as we need to go on Angel a little further ahead than expected as well. And they're just running through this one. Safe's going to find Artist. Going to at least deny that front line. Angel with a quick trade, and a flying player, Zipan, makes it towards the site. It's called a Mentor, who's still finding room to work. 1 HP, and Zipan's there. Needs to bring out, and he does! Oh, Zipan! Comes down to this. All that hard work leads up to one more round.
Trex got himself tucked up. Playing very close contact with his judge, FPX. Now the wind in their sails. Anticipating a little bit of aggression early on here. It's a 4-man stack for Guild towards A site. Safe. We're on information gathering duties outside hookah. Shao will deal with the Trailblazer. We'll actually pull a rotation here from Leo. Rightfully so, but FPX have done the hard work here. They've actually got themselves an advantageous fight towards A. It looks like Guild might even push through here.
So dangerous, so precarious. Zipan sees one. He's got to feel like there's maybe more. Oh, Trex brings it back down to earth, but he needs more than this. This is so dangerous, so scary for him right now. This is nerves aplenty! Rising to the challenge, but the trades come out. Russ backs him up in it. And over till it's over when it comes to these final maps. But it has to, it's a long road. It really is a long road. Coldamenta doing well though. Catch Angel. Keep your eyes on the rifle with Zipan. First challenge would be Russ. Doesn't quite win that one out, and Russ still gets to hold on for this. Paint shell could have been a problem. Takes a little bit of damage, but keeps his life.
There with vulnerability as well. Artist just digs back in to find the headshot.
Coldamenta's in no man's land. This makes me a little nervous here. Does get to dip away before the flash really blooms. Trex by his side. Picking up one behind, swing back in. It's messy. And this is a 3v2 and they've got rifles. Mike, I don't like this. Getting fumbly in these moments now. Don't get too worried yet. Safe is en route. The Seeker's kind of, you know, helping them out. But
almost.
Exactly. Surely you're starting to question that. It's got to be that, you know, little bit of a clock in the back of your mind. Now wondering what's going on. And Artists to get to are dangerous players. Look how deep Guild are now sitting.
Yeah, they got to respect this. Also, then have to have the secondary consideration, which is the finances. They need to build up that cushion to be able to have a say in this half. Happy to wait out the plant, though.
Can't make mistakes here. And there's a potential for it. So we get to clearing site, spots no one.
Toxin screen down.
And the plant now has to become a priority. 10 seconds, Mike. It's got to be now.
10 seconds left.
Safe to be whether or not he can actually time this perfectly.
That's the question, isn't it, Artist? Ooh, nice little jump peek there from Leo. Gonna at least know the position and not give up his life. Plays in safe a little, but Sugetsu seems aware. And away we go. Oh no! The tragedy! It's falling to pieces! The full fight!